Old Master Qin scolded. He had already seen clearly. Lu Dong came today. He did not intend to give the Qin family any chance. The juniors of the Qin family are really not at all unpleasant. No wonder the Qin family is getting worse and worse, Lu Dong said with a sneer. Old Master Qin reluctantly smiled. Lu Dong, my grandson is young and does not understand things, so you should not bother with him. Qin Dong, for the sake of so many years of partners, I warn you that no one can offend you, Lu Dong said suddenly. Old Master Qin was shocked in his heart and quickly asked, what does Lu Dong mean that the reason why my Qin family has encountered so much trouble is because it has offended people? Lu Dong said, don't ask me, I don't know anything. Seeing Lu Dong's reaction, Old Master Qin inhaled a cool breath. Yesterday he suspected that the Qin family had offended someone, and Lu Dong's hints had been confirmed. I also asked Lu Dong to look at my face and tell me, who did the Qin family offend? Old Master Qin suddenly bent down slightly and said sincerely. Lu Dong was not moved. Sighed, Old Qin, don't hide from you. Just now, someone contacted me to cancel the cooperation with the Qin family, otherwise I will let the Hanyun group go bankrupt. Originally I did not take it seriously, but as a result, the other party's phone just hung up. And several partners of my Hanyun group unilaterally terminated the contract with us. Hearing Lu Dong's words, Old Master Qin's face was like dead ash. Just thought that Qin Fei had brought the dowry sent by the Su family, and the crisis of the Qin family could be lifted, but I didn't expect that before there was time to solve the trouble, a bigger trouble came. Thank you, Lu Dong, for informing. Old Master Qin arched his hand and said. Not long after Lu Dong gang left, the few remaining partners all came to terminate the contract. In just 1 hour, the Qin family lost all their partners. Grandpa, who have we offended? How can it have such a large amount of energy? Even the Hanyun group was forced to terminate the contract with us. Qin Fei looked desperate. Old Master Qin was silent for half a moment, then suddenly thought of something, and looked at Qin Fei fiercely. Snap. A crisp slap sounded. Qin Fei looked puzzled. Grandpa, why did you hit me? Don't you understand? After meeting Qin 11's family at the Starlight Garden Hotel that day, the next day, our factory was sealed and the bank collected debts. Old Master Qin looked angry. This morning you snatched back the bride price sent by the Su family, and then all the partners came to the door to terminate the contract. Now, do you understand? Qin Fei's face was suddenly sluggish. He was not stupid. On the contrary, he was very clever, and quickly understood the meaning of Old Master Qin. Everything was as Old Master Qin said, and he looked pale. Grandpa, can you say that these are the handwriting of the Su family? You don't use your brain. The Su family took a fancy to Qin Yi and sent a huge dowry, but they were all snatched up by the people you brought. Will the Su family let us go? Old Master Qin was furious. He blamed all the blame on Qin Fei's head, without mentioning that Qin Fei went to snatch the bride price with his consent. Qin Fei lowered his head, his fist clenched tightly, and his heart was full of unwillingness. Grandpa, I know I'm wrong. What should we do now? In the middle of the night, Qin Fei raised his head, and his eyes were blood red. Since this matter is caused by you, it can only be solved by you. You go to Qin Yi and ask her to find the Su family to intercede for us. Only if the Su family is willing to let us go, the Qin family can have hope, Old Master Qin said. Chapter 33. Qin had just arrived at the door of the company, and it just so happened that Sun Tian had also arrived. Yi, why are your eyes red and swollen? Is it someone who bullied you? Sun Tian asked with a worried face. Qin Yi shook his head slightly. I'm fine, she said and went to her office. Sun Tian was secretly confused in his heart, and murmured, looking at Yi's red and swollen eyes, it is obvious that she has just cried, but this morning, who bullied her? She suddenly thought of Yangchen, whom Qin Yi had mentioned a few days ago, and suddenly realized, it must be that waste, otherwise in the morning, How could someone provoke Yi? The two have been girlfriends since high school, and even in college, they have gone to the same city, and they have the same relationship as sisters, and now when they see Qin Yi being bullied, Sun Tian is very angry. Yang Chen. At this moment, Sun Tian suddenly found a familiar figure and walked out of the elevator. Sun Tian hurriedly chased after him, and with an angry face, he blocked in front of Yang Chen. Yang Chen, are you still not a man? Originally a Dortodo or son-in-law of the Qin family, you can eat and drink for free, and now you dare to bully Yi. Looking at Sun Tian's indignant look, Yang Chen was angry and laughing, although this woman's behavior was very disgusting to him, but he had to admit that Qin Yi had found a good girlfriend. Now it was the time when I first went to work. There were people coming and going in the hall, and many people were watching when they saw Sun Tian angrily rebuking Yang Chen. The corners of Yang Chen's mouth suddenly rose, revealing a cynical smile. You shouldn't like me, right? Otherwise, how can you take the initiative to talk to me 5 times over and over again? What do you say? Sun Tian's eyes widened suddenly. She didn't expect that Yang Chen would say such a thing, and deliberately amplified the voice. This is an office building. There are many colleagues around. I know you have a crush on me, but I also have to divide the occasions. This is the workplace. You still have a good job. Like I can wait until after work to chase, Yang Chen said, and then crossed paths with Sun Tian. It wasn't until Yang Chen left the office building that Sun Tian turned back to God, screamed a loud scream, full of shame and anger, and angrily said to the colleagues who were watching, what do you see? Don't know it's work time? Yang Chen smiled dismissively. Little girl, peace. Fight with me. You are still too tender. As soon as he stepped out of the office building, he saw a familiar figure. My sister is an employee of your company. I went in and said a few words to her, and then I came out. Qin Fei was blocked by several security guards and would not let him in. The head of the security guard had a cold face. Since your sister is an employee of the company, then you call her and ask her to come out to pick you up. If I can get on the phone, do I still need to explain it to you? Qin Fei, as the eldest member of the Qin family, was also a little angry at this time when he had been treated like this. He had already made several phone calls, but Qin Yi did not answer at all, and even blackmailed him. Now all the partners with the Qin family have unilaterally terminated the contract, and the delay of 1 day is fatal to the Qin family, and he is really anxious. You'd better think clearly about what kind of place this is. Even if it's a first-class family, you don't dare to make trouble here, let alone your little Qin family, the head of the security guard said with a sneer. Hearing this, Qin Fei was much more awake and a little excited, and grabbed the arm of the security chief. If I bet you, let me go in. I really have an urgent matter to find my sister. As long as I see her, I will come out immediately. Get out. The security chief pushed Qin Fei away. Qin Fei stumbled and almost fell. At this moment, he saw a familiar figure, and his face was suddenly difficult to see the pole. How is it that you are this waste? In his opinion, Yang Chen was a waste. Even he couldn't get in. Yang Chen could come and go freely. Mr. Yang, when a group of security guards saw Yang Chen, everyone stood up straight and greeted them respectfully. Luozan personally explained the security chief, although he did not explicitly say Yang Chen's identity, but the security chief also knew that Yang Chen's identity was noble. This scene made Qin Fei even more stunned. He rubbed his eyes hard, and suddenly suspected that he recognized the wrong person, but even if he rubbed his eyes blind, he still saw the same person. Yang Chen sneered, it's just me, this waste, who can enter and exit the Yangchen group at will, and you, the Qin family who are high above, can't even enter the gate. I really don't know where your courage comes from, dare to say this about me. Chapter 34.